from Royal Communications Incorporated. A pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to King's Newsroom for the 5 minutes of accurate and balanced news about Liberia and the rest of our one world. Today is Thursday, October 2, 2025. My name is Cornelius Johnson Angering. Story top in the headlines: Criminal Code B Presiding George Wise sentences Sam Walubai to life imprisonment for conducting an unauthorized surgical procedure that led to the death of Samuel Colley in 2024. Liberia National Police sends to court 33-year-old Francis Nana after being charged with murder for allegedly killing LNP's patrolman Sam Briswell of in a fatal motor accident in Monrovia. Justice Nyomin Bweze, son of Associate Justice Magistrate Designate William Bweze, resigns from post following mounting public pressure and concerns raised by members of the judiciary. Executive Mansion says President Joseph Boakai has accepted his resignation. Of the home front, at least 30 people have died and more than 200 others been injured after scaffolding collapse at a church in Ethiopia. The news bulletin, Voices of the Newsmakers, are all packaged in this edition of the program. We take a very short break to be right back. Many thanks for being there. Up next is the Bulletin of News with Sam Andrews.
Criminal Code B Presiding Judge Wise has sentenced Sam Waluba to life imprisonment for the murder of Samuel Colley, following a damning verdict by the trial jury that found him guilty of carrying out unauthorized surgical procedure that led to the man's death. In a ruling delivered on October 1, Judge Wise described Sam Waluba's action as not only illegal, but premeditated and deliberate, accusing him of establishing a killing chamber under the pretense of a medical facility. According to the court, Waluba, who admitted he was neither a certified medical doctor nor a surgeon, performed a butcher surgery on the deceased. He described himself as an apprentice medical doctor, having learned surgical triads or rituals from trained doctors on a home he once worked. The Liberia National Police has charged and sent to court 32-year-old Francis Nana with murder for allegedly killing patrolman Mark Briswell of the LNP. The incident occurred early Sunday morning near the Gabriel Tucker Bridge in Monrovia. The LNP, in a statement, said the action by the alleged perpetrator violated Section 14, Subchapter A and Section 14.1 of the Penal Law of Liberia. Following mounting public pressure raised by members of the judiciary, Associate Magistrate Designate William Bweze has resigned his appointment to Painesville Magisterial Court. Bweze was nominated by President Boakai upon the recommendation of his father, Chief Justice Nyomin Bweze. A move quickly drew criticisms from the president of the National Trial Judges Association of Liberia, Nesse Sami. Judge Sami said the appointment amounted to nepotism, citing concerns over constitutional violation and ethical standards within the judiciary. She described Chief Justice Bweze's recommendation of his biological son, who is not yet a licensed lawyer, as a clear breach of the Constitution and an act that undermines the integrity of the judiciary. In a critical display of interinstitutional cooperation and national alignment on regional policy, diaspora delegation to ECOWAS Parliament, Senator Edwin Snow Tuesday conducted a high-profile courtesy visit to Liberia's permanent representative to the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, John Balut. The meeting took place at the Embassy of Liberia in Abuja, serving as the diplomatic hub for the country's engagement with the regional bloc. The esteemed dignitaries utilized the former setting to engage in robust and fruitful discussions on a wide range of issues pertinent to Liberia's strategic operations within the regional body. Representative Ellen Atta has emphasized the importance of empowering women as a crucial step in addressing Liberia's economic challenges. Speaking during a program organized by the Women NGO Secretariat under the theme Ending Violence Against Women and Girls, Representative Red joined the distribution of life skills empowerment materials to women of the country. She pointed out that while women's empowerment is vital, many people remain skeptical about its impact. The lawmaker explained that a single legislative salary cannot empower an entire district, stressing that lobbying with both national and international partners is key to bringing in sustainable development programs. Several vendors in Central Morovia staged a protest accusing Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustin Gwangafuan of being the architect behind recent restrictions barring them from selling in the city streets. The Moravia City Corporation recently began enforcing regulations to remove street vendors from central parts of the capital. The initiative is part of a broader effort to enhance cleanliness and safety, public safety. The enforcement has been met with stiff resistance from affected vendors, leading to frequent protests and confrontation with security personnel. The ambassador of the late Kaboya Interstate, Ibrahim Bobo, has dismissed recent assertions by Carisburg sitting Mayor Edwin Ure, who claimed that the Kabayo family owns no land in Carisburg area. Speaking to reporters at the Temple of Justice following a conference at the Civil Law Court on Tuesday, Mr. Bobo reaffirmed that the Supreme Court of Liberia has already ruled in favor of the Koboyash estate in a long-standing land dispute and ordered a survey and enforcement process for 233.3 acres of property situated in Lower Maserati County. Freedom FM journalist and talk show host Hagar Gonda has been announced as the winner of DSTV Superfan competition for Big Brother Naija Section 10, Season 10. The announcement was made Wednesday in Congo Town, recognizing Gonda's active participation and engagement with the popular reality TV show. The DSTV Superfan competition is a promotional initiative aimed at increasing viewer participation during the BB Naija session. The Ministry of Education has imposed a fine of 5,000 Liberian dollars on Firestone school system for allegedly violating national graduation regulations. In a statement Wednesday, the ministry cited the inclusion of ineligible students in the school's graduation ceremony. The ministry described the action as a breach of established guidelines, which undermines ongoing efforts to promote quality education and strong partnership across the educational sector. According to the Ministry of Education, such violation hinders broader reform agenda aimed at improving educational standards, strengthening accountability, and enhancing learning outcome across the country. Liberian lawyer Urias Gall has filed a lawsuit against Brussels Airlines, seeking 300,000 United States dollars in damages for what he alleges as wrongful denial of boarding and failure to reroute him during international travel. According to court documents obtained, the Councillor Gould alleged that he purchased a round-trip ticket to Canada through Brussels Airlines local office in Morovia. Upon his arrival at the Rabas International Airport, he claims he was denied boarding due to what the airline reportedly described as issues with his connection. Several lawmakers from across Liberia Wednesday tour the Liberia Liberty Investment, also known as Aqua Life Mineral Facility, located in District 17, Mosurado County. The tour was aimed at assessing the company's equipment, workforce, and overall operations as part of efforts to promote the private sector engagement and local economic development. Speaking to reporters following the visit, District 17 Representative Bernard Benson described Aqua Life Investment as a landmark private sector initiative that is significantly impacting his district and the country. According to Representative Bernard Benson, Aqua Life, a water production and distribution company, has invested over 60 million into the local economy and has created over 500 jobs, with majority of the employees being residents of District 17. And about 30 people have died and more than 200 others been injured after upscaling collapse at a church in Ethiopia.
Sam Andrews with our news bulletin. The news bulletin is a regular feature here on King's Newsroom. Indeed, if you just join us, a reminder you are in tune to King's Newsroom, 45 minutes of reliable and factual news about Liberia and the rest of our one word. Today is Thursday, October 2, 2025. Story topping the headlines this afternoon. Criminal Code B presiding George Roosevelt, that's we say sentences Sam Wolby to life imprisonment for conducting an unauthorized surgical procedure that led to the death of Samia Colley in 2024. Liberia National Police sends to court 32-year-old Francis Nana after being charged with murder for allegedly killing LMP's patrolman Mike Criswell in a fatal motor accident in Monrovia. Chief Justice Yamin Gweze's son and Associate Magistrate Designate William Gweze resigns from post after or following mounting public pressure and concerns raised by members of the Judiciary. Executive Mansion says President Joseph Boakai has accepted his resignation. Of the home front, at least 30 people have died and more than 200 others injured after scaffolding collapsed at a church in Ethiopia. We take a very short break. When we come back, we bring you voices of the newsmakers. Many thanks for being there and welcome back. Today's development now, Representative Ellen A. Atore has emphasized the importance of empowering women as a crucial step in addressing Liberia's economic challenges. Speaking during a program organized by the Women's NGO Secretariat of Liberia under the theme Ending Violence Against Women and Girls, Representative Atore joined the distribution of life skills empowerment materials to women in the county. She pointed out that while women's empowerment is vital, many people remain skeptical about its impact. The lawmaker explained that a single legislative salary cannot empower an entire district, stressing that lobbying with both national and international partners is key to bringing in sustainable development program. Here now is Representative Atore.
The salary can make it to empower people. It's not no secret. People know I gave empowerment cards up and get everything here, right? Because I alone cannot do it. So if we can reach out to the departments to advocate and they can come, we will always say to them, the money can pass in our hands. Just make sure you reach in the community to talk to the people. And when you're ready to bring the items, we come and see it and go and encourage them and know that I can be my children. That I'm free thing and you just use it. We start talking simple English because I'm not small politician. And it is good for us for the sake of transparency and accountability. We don't want to receive it, we just want the results to be fruitful to change the lives of our people. So this is my first time saying my Rosie. For me, I'm not particular whether you're from Kakata, you're from district number 3. Once they say my women, and I know that it will change the story and into it. People will say, okay, well, where do you go? On behalf of the women caucus, we met a partner and they said they can work to the union women. The union women finding our own local people to empower them. It's on the record, that's how they will come back to do more. If I tell that the money will make it to capital, anyone who they say, Lord, because they give 15,000 this, that. Me, I'll come my salary anytime. Me, I'll send some people screenshot for them to see it. And I'm hanging my clothes where my hanky reach. When people call me, I want my joy for America. What happened? They tell me, I come in, I say, because you're not there. I save the money small. When it's ready, I will come back and give them empowerment. So while we are doing that, and we have support, we should embrace it. Yeah. If we use this thing, it's going to serve as testament that we are willing to change, we are willing to improve our life.
Margibi District Number 3 lawmaker, Representative Ellen Atore, they're speaking. Street vendors in Central Monrovia have staged a protest accusing Finance Minister Augustine Gaffon of being the architect behind recent restrictions banning them from selling in the city streets. The government of Liberia, through the Monrovia City Corporation, recently began enforcing regulations to remove street vendors from central parts of the capital. The initiative is part of a broader effort to enhance cleanliness and public safety in the city. However, the enforcement has been met with state resistance from affected vendors, leading to frequent protests and confrontations with security personnel. Meanwhile, petitioning President Joseph Boakai Wednesday following his return from the United Nations General Assembly, the group, through its chairperson Ibrahim Conan, claimed sources at the Monrovia City Corporation have hinted him that the finance minister is the mastermind behind the restriction. Speaking at the protest scene, the group's chairman Ibrahim Conan alleged that the sources within the MCC informed him that Finance Minister Augustine Gaffon was the driving force behind the crackdown. Here now is the group spokesperson.
Certain information circulating around the corridor. We have certain information circulating around the federal community about the finance minister.
What is the information?
The information that we have circulating around the corridor, perhaps our information, our intelligence, the finance minister, Mr. Gaffon, is the one. Mr. Gaffon is the one who behind the removal of the street vendor. If we take our assessment, we know that before Mr. Gaffon achieved education, his mother saw into another market, so rural and supporting. So when you come as the finance minister, you try to marginalize a petty trader, a barrier of the economy. So we are calling on President Boakai to intervene in this matter. We are calling on Jeremiah Poole, the speaker, whosoever to intervene in this matter. We need to do business. We need to resume selling. For us, we are non-violent people. We don't believe in violence. We believe in constructive engagement. So I want to say thank you to the press. We want to show you on the two building. So yeah, we want to speak to you. So let's go.
He's the spokesperson of street vendors. They are protesting in Monrovia on yesterday. He's Abraham Conan, the administrator of the late Kabuya Inter-Estate. Abraham Babu has dismissed recent assertions by Carisburg Mayor Edwin Uri, who claimed that the Kabuya family owns no land in Carisbrooke area. Speaking to reporters at the Temple of Justice following a conference at the Civil Law Court on Tuesday, Babo reaffirmed that the Supreme Court of Liberia has already ruled in favor of the Kabuya estate in a long-standing land dispute and ordered a survey and enforcement process for a 233.3 acres of property situated in Lower Montserrat County. According to Babu, matter which has spanned several years of litigation and concluded in October 2024 when the Supreme Court upheld an earlier judgment by the Civil Law Court confirming Kabuya Estate legal ownership over 233.3 acres of land. He noted that the lower court has been directed by the Supreme Court to enforce the ruling, including conducting a survey and physical demarcation of the acres of property.
God, what we are in the case, we live every year. The president said we are Israel. That is what we are on the wrong, we are criminal. And our criminal can be before the Temple of Justice to say any other thing. They put that in question that belong to the intercity, the Kabuya, and one administrator and police. We are on the wrong. We are not on the wrong. And when someone is on the wrong, he can't be in front of the Temple of Justice and talk here and he does anything. And he used a statement that he used.
What is statement?
That he said that the question is not for us. The reality is, the project in question is belong to the intercity estate, the Kabuya. And we went to court. We started the case to the civil law court. And we won the case at the civil law court. People had a ruling for there. They announced that to the years. Every year, the president said we are careless, announced the appeal to the Supreme Court. And we went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said all of them that the ruling of the judge, the local judge, it should implement. When we went at the lower court, how can he announce the appeal to the Supreme Court? Now we are at 223.2 acres of land. Every year, how they have it saying, telling people that we not important people, we are criminal. But we own our every year, say, all this thing why you see that job or lie every year can be lying to people. Because if he say he's your city mayor, use it based upon what he's telling all, use our city mayor to intimidate people. But the project in question is belong to us, and we have all necessary government and warning to the court. When at the lower court, for now, he is announced to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said we have the judge to implement a order. Now, when I wanted to pray God for is our possession. God to get a possession from the court. Then we to pray God. But all that talk every week, I say all kind of play one case, this, that, he never had no right to one case in that court. Half of the problem, man, so everything, criminality. Every year, so everything criminality, you will have what I have to say. You have to tear them down. Because any information from the court, we can broadcast it over the air, we shall go happen and document the worst thing. Anybody are posted there for every year. It's really on their own side rate.
He's the administrator of the late Kabuya Inter-Estate Abraham Babu, the dismissing recent assertions by Carisbrooke City Mayor Edwin Ure, who claimed that the Kabuya family owns no land in the Carisbrooke area. Several lawmakers from across Liberia on Wednesday toured the Liberty Investment Company, also known as Aqua Life Mineral Facility, located in Latura District Number 17, Montserrat County. The tour aimed to assess the company's equipment, workforce, and overall operations as part of efforts to promote private sector engagement and local economic development. Speaking to reporters following the visit, Montserrat County District 17 Representative Bernard Benson described Aqua's Life investment as a landmark private sector initiative that is significantly impacting his district and the country at large. Representative Benson, according to him, Aqua Life, a water production and distribution company, has invested over $60 million United States dollars into the local economy and has created over 500 jobs, with majority of employees being residents of District Number 17. Here now is Representative Bernard Benson.
So I'm very impressed. It means a lot to our district. You have to remember, Aqua Life have more than 500 employees, and 90% are from District 17. So that's a big plus to our district, and we look forward to more. In the legislature, you go by numbers, and inviting our colleagues to come here to not only me. I think our colleague also should be informed on the level of work that is going on within the country. You understand? So when we are trying to make kids, they can know exactly what we're talking about. Instead of me coming here just by my one and doing the tour, I decided to invite my colleague. I invited over 13, but only 6 of them show up, and I'm still grateful. Awesome. Look, I spoke with the company a long time ago, and they made commitment on doing exactly what they did. If you saw this community just 2 months ago and see it today, you know that they are doing a lot of good in the community. We're still waiting on the installation of street lights, solar lights in the entire Rehafi community. We're looking at more development from this company. I'm excited. More will always need to be done. But once again, we're glad that we have a company like Aqua Life who is like one of our developmental partners, and I'm glad for that. I think it passed my expectation. Looking at development, I've never seen such investment. I mean, it's my first time. I toured the facility before this factory was installed. But for me, this is the first time I've seen this source of investment. I'm talking about over $60 million. No. But this is why we did this. This is why we invited the press to come. This is nothing. Let the people know that the level of investment. And I know to some of you guys, you were shocked to see the level of investment that is going on here.
Representative Bernard Benson of Electoral District Number 17. Freedom FM journalist and talk show host Hagar Gonda has been announced as the winner of the DSTV Superfan competition for Big Brother Naija Season 10. The announcement was made Wednesday in Kangatown, recognizing Gonda's active participation and engagement with the popular reality TV show. The DSTV Superfan competition is a promotional initiative aimed at increasing viewer participation during the Big Brother Naija season. The contest provides subscribers with an opportunity to connect more deeply with the show through voting and other interactive platforms. At a brief ceremony held Wednesday in Kangatown, DSTV Liberia disclosed that Gonda will receive an all-expense-paid 5-day round trip to Lagos, Nigeria. Speaking, Gonda expressed his gratitude to DSTV Liberia for the recognition and the opportunity to be part of such a high-profile entertainment event. He describes the initiative as a meaningful way to reward loyal fans.
Firstly, extend my thanks and appreciation to God for at least making me being assigned my way. I'm able to do all of these things. Yes. And then secondly, to DSTV Liberia for the past happiness. There are other businesses in our country benefiting at our expense, but they don't give the opportunity to people like it is being done by DSTV Liberia. So I'm just grateful, and DSTV should take it positive. Personally, I feel special.
Did you think you were going to win?
Not really. If you really look at the statistics, I came up than all of those who I'm sure made efforts. But I did not really put in more. Trust me on this. I just did the video. In fact, that morning I went to work, and then I took a break when I came. My sister was a lot of colleagues to my office. I called my sister and she's home. So when we came, I was like, "Yeah, Marilyn, please come and help me. Let me do my video." And that's how we started with fun. So we did the video. She did it on her phone, sending the video. It took some days in my phone before I could do it. So one time I was home, just scrolling through my phone, and I said, "Oh yes, I have to do this." And I posted the video, and that's just how I just let it slide. And then since then, the thing that I can say that I did committedly was sending in my screenshot. That's a screenshot of my post. Because I'm somebody who, when I say I'm into something, I'm into it for a real reason. So the reason you see me, I normally not just send it to the GSM page, right? But I even post it on Facebook because I don't want people to feel that, oh, I'm supporting this. I get 14, but you don't get 14 when you have people in Nigeria. I guess you're more. But I'm really made a decision. That's why it is. Yeah.
Of the home front, at least 30 people have died and more than 200 others been injured after scaffolding collapsed at a church in Ethiopia. Thousands of worshippers were gathered at the Ariti Maria Church early in the morning when the structure fell. Local police inspector Ahmed told the BBC the crowd have visited the church in central Majar area about 70 kilometers from the capital Addis Ababa as part of the annual Christian Orthodox celebration of St. Mary. Mr. Ahmed said the death toll might increase, adding that those confirmed deceased were aged between 25 to 80. Local authorities say many people are still trapped under the rubble and that rescue operations are on the way. Eyewitnesses described the incident as sudden and chaotic as attendees scatter in panic to save their lives. To end this news, here once again our top stories. Criminal could be presiding George Wise sentences Sam Walubai to life imprisonment for conducting an unauthorized surgical procedure that led to the death of Samia Colley in 2024. Liberia National Police sends to court 32-year-old Francis Nana after being charged with murder for allegedly killing LMP's patrolman Mark Purcell in a fatal motor accident in Monrovia. Chief Justice Nyami Weze's son and Associate Magistrate Designate William Weze resigns from post following mounting public pressure and concerns raised by members of the judiciary. Executive Mansion says President Joseph Boakai has accepted his resignation. And away from home, at least 30 people have died and more than 200 others been injured after scaffolding collapsed at a church in Ethiopia. Many thanks to all of our contributors, editors, and reporters who help in making this edition of King's Newsroom. Sources for more news and information on this station, do join us at 6 p.m. this evening for another edition of the program. Sam Andrews was here with our news bulletin. My name is Cornelius Johnson. I presented. Many thanks to all of you for listening and watching. Good afternoon.